sit down and have some eggs. I turned on Harry Potter for the girls because it was a rough night. I think I slept an hour and a half, not exaggerating. It was rough. He just did not want to sleep, and I'm okay with contact naps. We'd probably do like twice a day, but he just would not settle. So here we are. Finally fell asleep. I really do love this wrap just because it's comfortable and I feel like safe in it. But I'm gonna take you throughout the day here and do a day in the life vlog. Welcome if you're new. I'm gonna get this day started. I don't have a lot going on, just some cozy projects at home, but I do want to show you some new things that have been happening, and I might even get some seasonal decor started. I don't really do anything Christmassy until December, but it's time to just get a handle on things because it's super messy. Yeah, as you can see, very messy. In these boxes, my mom brought us a dishware set, so I have everything in there, and it's just a godsend because we don't really have many dishes, and I need more. So I'm happy that she gave us those, but the extras will go into this cabinet here. I think it will look really nice. I believe the color is black and white, or maybe just black, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, we still have to unpack from when I went to my mom's house in the last vlog. We have the kids' clothes. Everything's organized in baskets, so that's helpful. The girls are eating. It's just, the classics. The classic mess that I'd like to take care of, but it's hard when you're holding the baby. A lot of people say, oh, you can get so much done, which is true, but your arms have to get used to it. Like my dominant shoulder really hurts when I'm holding him, but these are from college. I printed a whole bunch of my dad's fishing worms, and there's 2 panels here. I did 2 different colors. Thinking about putting more layers on that, but that is something I wanted to talk about today, so maybe I'll just do it really quick. Oh my gosh, how does this happen? Within like 20 seconds. Is there any solidarity there with other moms? Like, geez. But yeah, so maybe a vulnerable subject. I hate that word because I can never say it. I was talking to my husband. I'm like, I want to make art again. If you didn't know this, we both have studio art backgrounds. That's where we met. We met in art school, and oh, my hair. Oh, okay, maybe I'll stand up. But I don't know. I haven't done a lot of art. I'm definitely creative, but I just want to sit down and do a piece of artwork where I'm not using it for anything but fun, and I'm not like monetizing a hobby essentially, which I feel like there's pressure to do when you're a small content creator like myself. So I don't know. I'm hoping I can sit down and start printing again, but I have some gift cards from Blick art supplies that my father-in-law got me for my art classroom. So I've had them for so long, and I just want to get maybe some linoleum prints. I have a printmaking and textile background if you're new here, so carbon up prints, printmaking, if you're unaware of the process, it's super fun. I used to make clothes with it, and I might still do that. I really love block printing on blanks with my own design and going from there, but we'll see what it turns into. I don't think I'll be doing any other mediums. They're okay. I love fabric. I love printing and things like that. So maybe something down that route, but I was never really like a painter or anything. My husband did photography, which I probably won't be doing again. He was film photography, but trained in digital, which is fine. But I want to get back into it. I want to get that hobby going again. So I don't know. We'll see. Let me know if you've ever lost yourself so much in motherhood that you've just let go of hobbies that just, I don't know, you sit down and do like knitting or something simple like that. I want to get back into it. So let me know. Let me know your thoughts on it. All right. Alrighty, and big shout to Olight for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Thank you so much for watching sponsored content. I appreciate every single one of you. They sent over their Arc Pro flashlight for me to try out. It was perfect because, as you know, my husband's birthday was last week and I got it for him. So it's super awesome. You can engrave anything you want onto one of these Olights, but it's so compact. As you can see, it has this really cool charging port, which my husband thought was awesome. So I'm gonna have it engraved with his last name, but he's just showing you the features here. It's just easier for me because he's so familiar with it. He is going to use it at work. I mean, this beats a lot of gear that he uses, and he's in law enforcement, so it's pretty awesome. It comes in a ton of colors. It's super inexpensive but durable, and as you can see, he's showing you some of the brightness settings. There's a laser on here, there's a black light, and it's just amazing. I've been using it at night to check on the girls. It's that bright. I can just go on my deck and go out and see all of the chickens. I will show you in an upcoming video me doing that at night, but I just didn't get a chance to in today's video, and you will see why here in a little bit. But I thought this was incredible. It has multiple, motions here, and it can get so bright, and it has so many different settings. So we're loving this. And now I'm showing you the black light feature. If you want an eye open into some of the items in your house, check out this black light because it's very interesting. And fun fact, I actually have a black light tattoo behind my neck, so it was cool to be able to see that with the black light. I got that done in college on a whim, but here's the laser feature. And again, this light is so bright and so compact, and it just clips to his belt here. So I'm going to have everything linked. They are having their launch in the description box down below, so check out Olight. Big shout for them to sponsor today's video. I appreciate you. Okay, I scarfed down some toast as well. I like that bread because don't hate me for saying this, but the calories, I could eat bread and butter all day, but it's really just like not good for me, at least for me. So the calories on that are like, I don't even know, 60 or 90. So I had 2 pieces with butter, and I don't know if it even was satiating, but in my mind, I'm like, yes, this is what I needed. I just got word that homeschool meetup is it's an hour and a half, and it starts at the time that I need to be at the school to pick up Wilder. And I have talked about it before, trying not to complain, but it's like a 45-minute to 50-minute process to even do that. So by the time we picked him up and got the girls and I and Mason to the place where we're supposed to meet. I don't know why this is so hard for me to say. We'll miss it, so we're gonna have to find, and that one was a free one, so we're gonna have to find a new homeschool meetup. I've had a lot of questions on that, so while we're updating in this video, I figured I'd talk about that. We, at any given moment, would pull him out of school if we could. He's like starting to learn like trends in there. I love that he's reading and he's making friends. Like that's really awesome. And I don't doubt my own abilities. I think we could get there. I mean, I taught him last year, and I think that gave him a good setup, but I don't know. I think it's important to have that fundamental time in elementary school, but you don't necessarily have to do it in that public school, if that makes sense. So I think he's learned a lot of social norms that I probably couldn't teach him. I've talked about this before. I can function in society, but I don't know. I feel like my husband and I have evolved so much from what we used to be like. It's just hard for us, and my son, he has so many questions, and it can get, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna describe it, it can get super annoying, even as like his parent, but at the end of the day, I keep encouraging him to do it. I want him to keep asking questions if he doesn't understand something, if something doesn't make sense to him, if something is said to him that just goes against everything that he feels and believes, I want him to ask questions. And I feel like in school, not the teacher's fault, but there's not enough time to do that because there's so many kids in school nowadays. And I don't know. So moral of that story, we would pull him out in a heartbeat, but the reality of it all is homeschool co-ops in my area are expensive, and right now we can't swing it. And Delilah's going to go into first grade. Everyone keeps asking me, is she going to school? I don't want her to. I really don't. She is. I don't doubt her abilities, but I think we could find an alternative route for her that would work well with her style of learning. I've talked about her past. It has impacted her. I don't want to say deeply because she's a thriving 5-year-old, but it's impacted her in a number of ways. But I really think public school is not for her. But again, I'm not limiting her. I'm not going to be like, cut, and then all heck broke loose. I was saying I am not limiting her. I think that she could thrive in any environment, but I just want to support her in the best way possible. But my camera cut out, so that happened. And then I started just doing chores. I didn't want to mess with the camera anymore. It was bothering me. And then my back gave out. This has never happened to me before. I don't have back problems. Back problems in my family are something that happens, and same thing with my husband. My husband's back is a problem, but it's never happened to me. So this was a very uneasy feeling. And I've been sitting here for 3 days now, just trying to mend myself back. But I was doing my normal. I was doing the dishes. I was doing meal prep, as you will see here in a second. And I bent down the wrong way. I'm not really sure when it happened. I did mess around in the coop a little bit and move things around. It could have been there, but wow, this like forceful rest is not, I don't know. Some people say it's a blessing. I don't know about that. For my mental health, I can't sit down because then my thoughts consume me. They just sit here and tell me everything that I didn't get done. And then I sit and look around the room and think about things that I need to accomplish. So I know all of you are going to say, take this time to rest, but my goodness, it was so painful and we could not figure out the logistics of me getting in to see imaging. I don't even want to. So what I'm doing right now, a lot of people suggest taking Advil for inflammation, which is just not my cup of tea, literally. So I made a new cup of tea. I did some meadowsweet and some willow bark. They both have salicylic acid in it, which is the active ingredient in Advil. So I'm doing that. I'm doing heat and cool. And my sister is actually a PT, so I'm hoping she can give me some, I don't know, ideas as to how to stretch, but she's on her maternity leave, so I don't want to bother her with that. But that's what I'm doing. I've just been sitting here kind of holed up. I had a whole video planned of me getting it all done. There are some items in my house that look so nice, and I can't wait to show you, but right now I'm I guess relaxing in a forced way. Unfortunately, I just, yeah, I'm sure all of you can relate to this. I just feel like there's so much for me to do, and I don't know what's going on with my back. I don't think it's like a herniated disc status, but that's what we felt like. There was a point where I just like couldn't move my arms. It was numb, and I don't know. So I'm going to catch you on the next one, and I promise my camera will not cut out. We are getting a different setup. So I hope you're well wherever you are. Sorry for the blunt cut there, but I'm going to try my best to get these videos out. As always, I will see you next time. Bye, y'all.